Let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. This is one of my favorite verses, by the way, because it speaks to what Jesus and what God calls us to do. It speaks to how we are supposed to be. So several weeks ago, like 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago, Father Russ was here. Some of you may remember he talked about Ash Wednesday, and we talked about Lent, the beginning of Lent, and he had an opportunity, if you wanted to have, he would put an ash cross on your forehead. And that's the beginning of Lent. This week right now is what's called Holy Week. And in the Christian church, this is the week leading up to Easter. And so Holy Week started with Palm Sunday, and today is a really special day, and it's called Maundy Thursday. Not Monday Thursday, but Maundy Thursday, M-A-U-N-D-Y. And the word Maundy comes from a Latin word that means mandate or commandment. And so on Maundy Thursday, this is the day that Jesus, this is his last day that Jesus spends with his disciples. This is the last day that Jesus spends with his best friends. And so on Maundy Thursday, a lot of churches will do a foot washing, because what happens is at the Last Supper, the last night Jesus is out with all of his friends, he washes their feet. He shows them what love looks like. He's been telling them and showing them what love looks like. But on this night is the night that he does the ultimate demonstration of what love looks like. And he does it by being a servant to them, by washing their feet. And then they have the Last Supper, right? Where they have the special meal, and he holds up the bread and he says, this is my body. And he holds up the wine and says, this is my blood. And then he says, remember me. So Maundy Thursday is about learning what love looks like, and it's about remembering. And it's because of all of this that Jesus demonstrates, it's because of all this that we know how to serve one another, and it's because of this that we know how to remember. And in the Christian church, sometimes we get things wrong. Sometimes we get things really, really wrong. And this is one of those nights where we remember that the work of the church is not to deliver Jesus to people, right? It's not to bring Christ or to show people who Christ is, who Jesus the Christ is, but rather this is a night in Holy Week on Maundy Thursday where we remember that our work as Christians in the Christian church is to serve Christ. It's not to make him known necessarily by just our words, but it's to make Christ known by serving Christ and everyone that we meet. So words are good, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of words. Here I am spitting out a whole bunch of them. But when we love with our actions, and when we do that in truth, that's what makes it truly memorable, right? We don't always remember what people say, but we always remember what people do, right? And that's what Jesus reminds us of tonight. Words are good, but when we love with our actions and we do that in truth, that's truly what makes things memorable. So tonight, simple reminder is this. We remember that we are to serve one another by serving Christ in one another. Amen, amen.